Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a new League of Myths episode. And also to make sure to submit any cool myths you have down below in the comments section and you might see your name featured in the next episode. But let's get on with the video and go into the first myth. If you died to the jungle monsters but Callista had W vision of you, does she get the kill credit? And this one is submitted by Arcadian, who also has a great YouTube channel that I'll link down below that I recommend checking out. So this one has definitely got to be one of the more interesting things I have seen. So in this example, an enemy Amumu is doing blue buff right now, and as the Callista player, I send out my W Sentinel to scout him. Now of course we're intentionally going to make sure that he ends up dying to the blue buff, but you see I had no interaction with him whatsoever in terms of actually attacking him. I only had vision of him with my W. And as he finally dies to the blue buff without me actually attacking him whatsoever, I get the kill credit for it, and you saw I also got the first blood. This also means that the W vision will give you assists within teamfights or anywhere around the map. Whether or not this is a bug is definitely the question, but it's really cool nonetheless. The next myth is asking, what happens if Bard ults someone that is using the magical journey? So first things first, as a sort of premise to this myth, if something like a knockup were to hit a target taking the journey, you see that the displacement actually gets them right out of the journey at whichever location they got hit. However, when testing this with something like a Morgana snare, which isn't necessarily a hard CC, the ability is still able to hit the target. However, it does not remove them from the journey, but they are still snared throughout the journey and when they leave the journey, assuming the duration of the snare has not ended. But then testing it with something like a Bard ultimate that puts the target into a stasis. The same thing applies as you saw with the Morgana Q, where it still hits them, however it does not stop them from finishing the journey, though they will still get put into the effect of the CC as the journey ends, assuming the duration has not ended. The following myth is asking, can Gnar Ghost from Mordekaiser ultimate still be able to proc W passive and transform into Mega Gnar? So this is definitely a very interesting myth. So as I end up finally killing the enemy Gnar and get him as a ghost thanks to my ultimate, I will have the mini Gnar Ghost attack this minion, and you see through the numbers that it's displaying while I'm dealing the damage, it actually does end up proccing the W passive, dealing 62 damage on the regular auto attacks and then dealing a whole 139 damage whenever it does proc the W. And in case you're wondering, this also does work on enemy champions as you see in this example right here. But can this little Gnar that I have as a ghost also transform into Mega Gnar? Well, you'll be seeing this little Gnar that I have as a ghost slowly attacking the minions, and as the rage bar is filling up, you see even my screen actually turning very red, which is something only the Gnar player usually sees, but it's happening because I have him as a ghost and because he actually does end up transforming into Mega Gnar. Pretty cool myth. Moving on to the fourth myth, can Poppy with ultimate on walk through Azir's ultimate? Definitely one of the more simple myths to test. In this example, I'll be using Poppy ultimate onto the Taric, and then as I do that, Azir uses his ultimate on me, which does not push me back because I'm immune to his CC, but I cannot actually walk through the Azir soldiers, since they act as a wall whenever they're stationary. And the final myth of this episode, will Braum's passive work if he is a ghost for the enemy Mordekaiser? So once again, as I use Mordekaiser to kill the enemy Braum to get his ghost thanks to my ultimate, I'll have the ghost attack this minion, and you see that it actually does proc the passive and even stuns the target, and even shows me the cooldown as to when I can stun that same target once again, as you see on the big minion right there. And in case you're wondering, this also does apply to enemy champions, as you clearly see in this example right here. But I can also apply the passive with my own auto attack. I don't only have to use the Braum Ghost, unless it is for the first application of the stack. So that unfortunately is it for this episode of the League of Myths series. If you did enjoy this one, please definitely hit the like button and share with your friends because it helps me quite a lot. And also make sure to write down any cool myths you want me to test down below in the comments section, and maybe you'll see your name in the next episode. But thank you so much for watching, definitely check out my other videos as well, and I hope to see you for the next one. Peace.